All right, guys, here I have a 2010 John Deere Z445 mower. It is my personal mower, and it is a 25 horsepower Kawasaki V-twin, and I have an ignition coil that's gone bad. So I went and got a brand new one from John Deere, and it only acts up after I run it for about 30 minutes straight on a hottish day, and the engine warms up really good. One of the ignition coils starts to fail, so I had to cut the whole yard basically and warm it up in order to get it to fail. So after it gets all warmed up and one of them starts to fail, it will not run without this ignition coil, but it will struggle to run without this ignition coil. So this one is our culprit. This is the bad one, and it's the one we're going to be replacing. So you screw this cap off, unscrew these two, pull it out, that comes off. I don't think you have to take that off. You got four 10 millimeter little screws holding this cap on. You can take this off. All right, so after you get all of these out, you go right there, right there, right there, and right there. You gotta take these three out so you can slide this black piece up and off. So after you pick this piece off, you should be able to pull this cover off. Hold on a second. All right, and just like that, guys, you can just slide this cover right off. Sit this down. Now we have access to our coils right here and right here. So we gotta go ahead and get this one off and swap it out for that one. All right, so I kind of had to figure it out on my own. There was no diagram on the internet or anything that told me, but as you can see on this one, you have a regular bolt and then this real tall thing with a nut on top. You take the nut out, and then that piece, a nut comes off the top of it, but at the bottom, what I had to do was I just had to take a pair of pliers, grab it and twist it, and it unscrews out of there. So you just got to grab this with something and twist it, and it'll unscrew right out. So it took me a minute to figure out how to get that out. All right, guys, and just like that, the new ignition coil is on. All one's off. Ready to rock and roll. All right, guys, and just like that, the new ignition coil is put on. It's pretty simple to put back together. You just install those screws to hold on the piece underneath the grill right there. After you put this cover on, you put this cover on first. Put those three screws in. Set this grill on there. Put these four screws in the grill. And then you got that screw, that screw, that screw, and that screw. And that's all it is. So I guess now's the time to see if she runs. It does have a rev up and down just because the idle jet in the carburetor definitely is clogged up or has some dirt in it. But as soon as you engage the mower, engage the deck, it smoothens out. It does not do that jump anymore.